Welcome to the jungle. Today we're going to review the movie The Smashing Machine with The Rock. The Smashing Machine stars The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and Emily Blunt as Mark Kerr and Kerr's ex-wife Dawn Staples. This movie is directed by Benny Safdie of the Safdie brothers. Benny has split with his brother, so this is him alone in his first solo directorial debut. The brothers have split to go on separate projects. So I've been looking forward to seeing this movie for quite a while. I saw the trailer of the transformation of Rock into Mark Kerr, and I thought it was astounding. I mean, it was just absolutely amazing, the transformation, and it got a lot of critical acclaim at the Venice Film Festival, where they gave him a 15-minute standing ovation for the movie. So there was a lot of buzz going into this movie. And I was really interested. I knew a little bit about the Mark Kerr story because I'd seen a documentary many years ago, like 20 years ago. So I was intrigued. I wanted to see how this was going to play out. And as I watched the film, it dawned on me that I saw this movie before. I saw the documentary. In 2002 it came out. I probably saw it within the first, 2 or 3 years of that, probably on HBO, who owned it. And the original title of the documentary before HBO picked it up was called The Specimen, which was Mark Kerr's his nickname back in the day. And then when it debuted in 2002 at the Tribeca Film Festival, HBO bought the rights to it and ultimately changed the name of the movie to The Smashing Machine. I guess it had a better ring to it than The Specimen. So The Rock, in my opinion, has never been considered, a great actor, and this movie doesn't change that. He's been in plenty of movies, plenty of entertaining movies, and remains a great draw and, a tremendous ticket seller. So the return on investment for any investor that, puts him in on the cast, you're probably making money on that movie because he is a big seller. And he is in a lot of popular movies. Unfortunately, while there's some compelling parts in this movie, it doesn't hold a candle to the original actual documentary. This is a movie based on that documentary. Sometimes they actually, Benny Safdie said, we did scene for scene based off of that original documentary, and it just... It doesn't come off, as riveting, as raw, as disturbing as the actual real documentary that did. Where you can actually see, how tortured personally Mark Kerr was. Obviously he had a painkiller addiction for all the different body parts that were in just chronic pain from. These are pre-UFC days too. Now remember, it's before the UFC came in, and Pride martial arts in Japan was old school. A lot of stuff that was and is illegal in the UFC was allowed in Pride. So it was a very, very violent pre-UFC days. The other part of this scenario is that I don't know if HBO still owns the documentary, because there's rumors, in doing research for this review, there's rumors that The Rock and Danny Garcia, his ex-wife and manager / co-producer of this movie and most of his movies, if not all, there's rumors that they bought out HBO and now they own the original documentary, and they did it to protect this movie. If you can't watch the original, then you're kind of forced to see this movie. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't been able to find that out, but there's a lot of rumors saying that they purchased the rights to this. So the public doesn't seem to be too interested in this movie. Like I said, he's a big draw. But the opening weekend fell short of expectations. The expectations were anywhere from $8 to $15 million for the weekend, which is very low to begin with. And they brought in $6 million, so it was under even the lower range of expectations for ticket sales. And the $6 million actually represents a career low for any Rock Johnson movie, any Dwayne Johnson movie in his career. So it was the lowest opening in his history. So in conclusion, I wanted to like this movie. I really did, but although it had, sometimes it was an interesting watch. There were just too many times where the very volatile relationship between Kerr and his ex-wife, girlfriend at the time, which was very real, very volatile relationship, and certainly the addiction to the painkiller certainly was, a contributing factor. There's no doubt about that. It just seemed like a lot of the relationship, a lot of the movie, especially in the second half, was slow, but a lot of the relationship between them and their volatile, connection was manufactured. It didn't seem real. It seemed like they were almost fake acting, or not fake acting, but just, it didn't seem authentic, let's put it that way. And because of that, I'm going to recommend you go see the original if you can find it. I wish you luck trying to find it, but if you can find the original 2002 version of the Smashing Machine, the actual documentary, I recommend that. As for this movie, too many question marks, too many. It didn't seem as real, and it wasn't as raw as the original, and it's tough to compete against that. And for that reason, I give it 2 stars out of 5. But I give props to the hair and makeup for the transformation of Rock looking almost identical to Mark Kerr. It was a tremendous transformation, which was really good. And I'm not going to say Rock was awful in it. He was credible. But the movie was just had too many slow parts to it. And it seemed to drag in the second half of the movie, and it just seemed like they just had to fill in enough drama between the relationships and show enough of the fact that he was an addict. He was an addict on painkillers, and you didn't see the reason why like you do in the documentary. So that's my take on it. 2 stars out of 5. Sorry it's so dark in here. It's just late at night, and sun came down quick. So anyway, hope you like the review. Please share this. Please like this. Please comment on this. Yes, I know it's a little dark, so I apologize for that. And please, by all means, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to obviously have more reviews. This was a little longer than most, but I did a lot of research trying to find out, because I did know that there was another movie, because I'd seen the story before, and I just wanted to share that with you. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.